Hundreds of Earth caches have just been archived in what I call the Purge. And in this video, if you live in North America, Europe, or down under, I'll let you know how the Purge impacted your state or country. If you're into Earth caches, this is a video for you. First things first. So if you were unaware, headquarters just did their second and what appears to be annual EarthCache Purge. So what does that mean? Basically, they just archived the Earth caches of inactive owners. Part of the maintenance of an Earth cache is that the owner is supposed to respond to those that find it. I know, this doesn't always happen, but it's supposed to. And if you're an inactive owner, you're definitely not responding. So this is just one way for headquarters to clear the game board. Prior to the actual purge, if you were a cache owner that had been inactive for more than 5 years, you received 2 notices. The first was in early June, indicating that in 30 days, your Earth cache was going to be disabled. Then once that happened, they received a second notice saying that the Earth cache would be archived in another 30 days, so early August. The only thing the cache owner had to do at that point was simply go in and place an owner's maintenance log for it to not be archived. Now, before I tell you how the purge affected your state or country, if you appreciate these kind of videos, if perhaps you learned something, then consider liking and subscribing to the channel. Think of it as a favorite point that you don't run out of. And don't forget to hit the bell notification so you won't miss anything in the future. Now, back to the purge. So let's take a look at how many were lost. Starting in the US, I'm tracking a total of 224 Earth caches were archived. In the South, Florida lost 6, Tennessee lost 5, Virginia and Alabama lost 2 each, and Mississippi 1. In the Northeast, a little bit less of an impact. New York lost 2, Pennsylvania was supposed to lose 3 but ended up only losing 1, and Connecticut was supposed to lose 1 but ended up losing none. So in both cases, the cache owners responded. In the Midwest, Ohio and Indiana both lost 4, Michigan and Wisconsin lost 2 each, and Illinois lost 1. Out west, Hawaii lost 7, Arizona and Utah both lost 6, Oregon lost 4, Washington and Nevada lost 2, and Montana lost 1. The state with the biggest loss, of course, is California, with 164 Earth caches being archived. This is about 50% of the total Earth caches archived within the continents of North America, Europe, and Australia. Now let's check out Canada. British Columbia and Quebec both lost 2. Nova Scotia could have lost 2, but only lost 1, along with Alberta, Prince Edward Island, Newfoundland, and Labrador. The biggest loss in Canada comes from Ontario, which is really not surprising since it has the most. They were up for a potential loss of 11, but only lost 9. Now, across the Atlantic over to Europe, Germany lost the most with 21, followed by the UK not far behind at 18, France at 7, Sweden at 6, Norway at 5, Portugal and Czechia at 3 each, Spain and Poland at 2, and losing 1 each was Lithuania, Austria, Switzerland, and Slovenia. Total archive was 71, but they have over 26,000, so this is a fraction of their total. Now let's finish up with Down Under. They also escaped relatively unscathed. New Zealand lost the most at 4, with the Northern Territory and New South Wales of Australia each losing 1. Despite all of these Earth caches being archived, all is not really lost, even out in California. When I first heard about the purge, I posted a video, put it on Facebook, and it got really good traction. You saw the initial coordination between folks within the community saying, "I'll take this area, can you take that area?" There was another group of folks that went on the hunt to try to find Terry Dad 2, who owned about 160 of those Earth caches that were archived. Unfortunately, to no avail, but it was a really valiant effort. There's a lot to be said for the community response. Here in Alabama, I let the community know which ones I think are going to be on the chopping block for next year, and efforts are already underway to locate the cache owners and see if they would like to adopt those out. Let's go back out to California. You've got geocachers like Blues Note and Chet13. Seriously guys, no pressure, but folks like them that, given time, they will recreate those lessons and up the numbers, and perhaps even in the areas where EarthCaches were archived. And I don't think that we should rely on just a handful of those prolific EarthCache creators. If you think about it, that's unfortunately why we lost so many this year. So if you've ever thought about creating an EarthCache, if you're on the fence, right now is a great time to learn, and I've got you covered. So here on YouTube, I've got an EarthCache Writing 101 playlist that's already up, so you can learn whenever you want. If you're part of a group or an association, you can reach out and we can set up a remote class, or a couple of times a year, I plan on teaching a live stream here again on YouTube. And of course, at any point, if you have questions about the process or need some sort of support, reach out and I'm happy to help you if I can. While it feels like the purge has hit hard, year over year, the EarthCache numbers are steadily going up. Just in the first half of 2025, there were over 420 EarthCaches created in just the US, and we see similar numbers throughout the rest of the world. So the purge is really just a bump in the road, but one that we'll likely see again in the future. With that, thanks for watching, and I hope you have many geocaches in your future and that some of them will be EarthCaches. Now, before I tell you how your state or country may have... Now, before I tell you how the purge... Now, before I tell you how the purge...